I recently spent 4 days in Osaka, and I just wanted to actually recap some of the best things I did while I was out there. But first, training montage. Osaka is one of those places that look like they have been trapped in time. That cannot be more true than our first place on the list, which is Shinsekai. Lying west of Tennoji Park, it remains relatively untouched over the years. It is home to the famous Shutenkaku Tower, or the Eiffel Tower of Osaka. On the 5th floor, quick tip, there is a statue of the god Birkin, and if you stroke his foot, I guess the bottom of his foot, he gives you good luck. And it was originally built in 1912. It was rebuilt after World War II, and at the time it was the tallest in the Orient, and is roughly around 64 meters tall. It is the symbol of Osaka. Back to Shinsekai. It is described in one word. I would say retro. As I was walking around it, I was basically dumbfounded by how trapped in time it was. I mean, I still found old arcades that I used to go to as a child. The crazy and, just the very eccentric style that people were wearing there. And it is a place for shopping, mainly, and food. Shinsekai originally flourished as an entertainment district in the 20th century. It drew crowds for its amusement attractions and restaurants, which it still does have sort of today. And laborers who rebuilt Osaka after World War II gathered, and they basically, a lot of locals still gather here today. And it still contains many of the small shops and Japanese style bars and restaurants that were famous back in, I guess, a few decades ago. Shinsekai was on top of my list only because I went to it every day. I rented a hostel nearby, and it was my go-to to just find new and weird places and go people watching. I really love just every day there is something new that you can see. One of my favorite parts are when I actually find like singers or just performers right out on the street. The lights were amazing as well, and I thoroughly enjoyed just walking around there and just getting lost, which I did. I got lost in Shinsekai a lot. So next on the list is a place which is on basically everybody's travel guide, which is I would say a very, very frustrating place to get to. It can be reached by subway, and that place is called Dotonbori. As you can tell, it's not for the faint of heart. So if you get like scared around crowds, or just you need your personal space, hanging around the subway, going there is not really the place for you. I did not really enjoy Dotonbori very much, solely because of how many people were there. It is a tourist spot, so it is expected, right? I tend to like places which are more, I guess, authentic, and Dotonbori would be a fun place to hang out in because it does have everything that Shinsekai does have. So I'm in like the Namba area, and in a small area called Dotonbori. And Dotonbori is basically like the eating and shopping spot of downtown Osaka. But as for me, I found it to be a more expensive, more modern version of Shinsekai. Saying that, in hindsight, I would say I did not really explore Dotonbori that much. I had a full day before I actually went there, and I just wasn't feeling it. The people were really annoying me, and it was not my crowd at the time. So I guess when I do come back to Osaka, I will probably test it out a bit more and do some more exploring. But for now, I would say Dotonbori is not really my favorite place on the list, but I did include it solely because it's on almost every travel guide I've read. It is amazing though. The lights are great. There is a lot of food and there are a lot of attractions to see. Like, these places are super popular here in Japan. Like, I see them everywhere. I never win them anyway, so I'll try it maybe before I leave. I actually did see something that was quite interesting. I was walking around one of the arcades and these guys just kind of, they just let it all out. So it's very liberating because in America people would be pretty, I guess they would be pretty embarrassed to do something like this in the middle of such a crowded place. So kudos to this guy. So next on our list is on every travel guide as well, and it can be accessed from all over Osaka by train. I was really impressed with Osaka Castle because of how extremely large and vibrant it was even during the winter. I can just imagine this during Hanami because there are over 1,200 plum trees on the castle grounds, and can you imagine like all those colors during spring when the plum blossoms are actually blossoming. So on the castle grounds you have the Osaka main castle. It towers, you can see it from anywhere in the grounds basically, and it was built by Toyotomi Hideyoshi in 1583. So for next on our list, I suggest you grab your walking shoes and some water, a backpack, and maybe some snacks to throw in there because this place is enormous. So Nara Park is very famous for this beautiful scenery. I would say I would go there during Hanami as well, which is they're welcoming a spring. And you can get there by train. You can get there from the Kintetsu line or the JR Nara line. The whole park is just fantastic. It's filled with pagodas and temples, museums, you name it. You got amazing, just kind of this amazing Japanese architecture just littered across the whole park. But yes, who can actually forget about our famous deers? A quick tip about the deer. In 2016 there were over 216 people that were injured by them, and in 2017 I think it was maybe 150. So yeah, be careful with feeding them. Next on my list of favorite activities is basically something I would say 99% of the planet likes to do, which is eat. Osaka is the belly of Japan. But if you are in Osaka, I suggest you try takoyaki. It is a wheat flour based batter filled with diced octopus. It was first popularized by a street vendor named Tomekichi Endo in the 1930s. Last but not least on my list of some of the best things I've actually experienced, or my experiences in Osaka, can be summed up. It's basically the hostel I stayed at. So I stayed at a place called The Pax. It's an amazing hostel. It's very chic and it's got guitars, it's got records. It has this like awesome music playing every day. And the best thing about this place was basically the staff and the people I met there. For those of you who travel, you would know that a hostel can make or break your experience at a location. I've only found one other hostel that gave me this kind of amazing vibe, which is a hostel in Taipei called Meander, which is a place I'll probably stay at again when I go back to Taipei. But when I go back to Osaka, I'm definitely staying at the Pax, solely because the staff there were so amazing. So that is basically my experiences in Osaka. I only spent 4 days there. I wish I spent more. I had a ton of fun. I was tired every day. Osaka is a great place to just basically go out for a run because it's very scenic. It's very pedestrian friendly. Yeah. I will be releasing more videos in the future. I am currently traveling, and that is my goal is to release as many travel videos as I can. And if that is your thing, I want you to hit that subscribe button. If you like my video, hit that like button, and you can share it if you want. I just wanted to give you all a good overview of like a little bit of Osaka. Peace. What's up, guys? Look at my hostel. It has a loft in the top. It's got a slide. But try this out. Hopefully that thing stops me right there. Oh yeah.